Good morning, everyone. So we have come to the new chapter, which is on eugenics. Before we proceed, I would have a first activity in a while for you to more or less again make a poll on what you think eugenics is. But first, let's have a look. What is eugenics? Have you guys ever heard of it? So this is a definition of eugenics that I more or less improvised based on lots of definition from the internet. So it refers to the study and use of selective breeding to improve a species over generations. So if you remember, selective breeding is the common norm or common practice among farmers even before GE comes in place. So the purpose is to improve species over generations, and usually species doesn't really apply to certain kind of animals or certain kind of plants or whatnot, so it could be any kind of species. But eugenics mostly, again, and in simple terms, I simplify it, refers to the science of improving stock, and especially for human and animal, based on concept of desirable and undesirable genotypes. So, like I said, if you remember back when I was talking about transgenic plant, most of the time farmers they know okay what are the desirable and undesirable types, okay, or basically kind of breed or characteristics of the animals or of the plants that they want. So the same thing, okay, in eugenics study. So eugenics come from a Greek word meaning well-born, hence the term, okay, improvement. So the term was uncovered by Sir Francis Galton in 1883. So afterwards, okay, a few years later, Sir Galton refined the definition and adds the specific varieties of positive and negative eugenics. Positive eugenics, okay, meaning that human selective reproduction is being practiced to create children with desirable traits while eliminating the undesirable trait. And for negative eugenics, it is basically range from segregation to sterilization. So if you were to look over here, positive means that they encourage the reproduction of the most fit, okay, the ones that they have selected to be the best, and negative to discourage, hence segregation, which means that they isolate it or basically they sterilize so that it doesn't reproduce. So eugenesis is a practitioner or advocate of eugenics. So now that you have seen and look at these two, okay, positive and negative, if you were to apply it to yourself, would you choose your children, okay, to have certain positive eugenics or negative eugenics? Now, okay, let's just proceed. Those are some things for you to, ponder on. So there are three major eugenics that exist throughout history. So it is natural, conventional, and modern. So in natural, so usually basically it is from evolution or from natural selection, which has been practiced all along. So this is the original type of eugenics. And what happens in natural eugenics? Inferior species are not likely to reproduce, so the genetic material, genetic makeup, and of course anything regarding to it, the characteristics are removed from the gene pool, so that they don't want anything that is not good or not desirable. For the second one, the conventional. So this is where selective breeding is being applied. So, like I said, okay, as it is a conventional eugenics, only species with the most desirable trait will be propagated, and those that doesn't have a desirable trait, what will happen? Well, I'll leave it for your imagination. So inferior species are removed immediately. Remove meaning what? Well, think about it. The third one is modern eugenics, which means that, of course, what we are or what we have today, what you have learned so far, the probably your most favorite subject or your most hated subject, GE, genetic engineering. So this is the most modern eugenics, whereby you could, if you have the tool and you know what you are doing, completely remove evolution from reproductive process, and you could also basically just come up with a new species or create something from scratch. Now, let's do our first activity. My first activity, like I said earlier on, is actually very simple. So let's do a poll. Alright, so answer a survey. Go to this site, www.poll-maker.com, okay, with this number. So I will basically put the link in your e-learning as well, okay, in a while. So you can just click on it and answer the survey. So those questions that I put in the poll are: is eugenics as what you expect it to be? What comes to mind when you first hear the word eugenics? And the third one, any correlation between eugenics and genetic engineering? So answer those. Again, there is no right nor wrong answer. We will discuss it probably on Tuesday. Okay, so I'll give you some time and I will open up the link to the second video probably after about 5 to 10 minutes from the end of this. So this, however long this video takes, then I will give you another 5 minutes for you to do the poll, and then I will continue with the next video and open up the link.